Lucy was utterly mind-boggling. Dr. Johansen named his find Australopithecus afarensis, the southern ape from the Afar Depression of northeastern Ethiopia. That's where the name comes from. The creature quickly earned the name Lucy after the Beatles song Lucy in the Sky with Diamonds. It was playing on their radio while they were excavating. The fossil, officially designated as AL288-1, consisted of, this is all it was, skull fragments, not a whole skull, just a few fragments. You want to look at it over there. That's an official replication. A lower jaw, the mandible, the lower jaw, but it was V-shaped. Ribs, an arm bone, a portion of a pelvis, a thigh bone, and fragments of shin bones. It was said to be an adult and was dated at 3.5 million years. Simply assigned that date, no academic way to demonstrate it. Simply assigned that age. Johansen and colleague Tim White took pride in noting these new hominid fossils, Lucy, recovered since 1973. They started working in 73, made the discovery in 74, constitute the earliest definitive, definitive means the real thing, evidence of the family Hominidae. David Bassett is an educator back there. What does Hominidae mean? Related to the family of man. Oh, these constitute the earliest definitive evidence. Well, do they? Let's see. Not only was this fossil find unusually complete, but it also was believed to have been from an animal that walked in an upright fashion, as well as being the oldest human ancestor, the equivalent of a grand slam in baseball. Dr. Johansen insisted that A. afarensis was the direct ancestor of man. In fact, the phrase, the dramatic discovery of this oldest human ancestor, can be found emblazoned on the cover of his 1981 book, Lucy, The Beginnings of Humankind. Here's the poster girl, and that's all they found. Now we're going to analyze what they really found. Johansen recounted, Lucy had been mine for 5 years. The most beautiful, the most nearly complete, the most extraordinary hominid fossil in the world. Okay. In other words, this is our very best evidence. This is it. It's all in one. She had slept in my office safe all that time. Boy, what a place to put your girlfriend. Well, I guess if you're married, maybe that's where you ought to leave her in that safe. If she's your girlfriend, that's where she belongs. I'd written papers about her, appeared on television, made speeches. I'd shown her proudly to a stream of scientists from all over the world. She had, I knew it, hauled me up from total obscurity into the scientific limelight, and she did. Johansen admitted that immediately after seeing the single arm bone, that's the first thing he saw, just a single arm bone. Immediately after seeing the single arm bone, this time I knew it once. It was a hominid elbow. I had to convince Tom, whose first reaction was that it was a monkey's. Well, was Tom right or wrong? Okay, so we have trouble on the ground. Some of the major scholars are saying, whoops, wait a minute. You mixed a human bone to make it appear that it was arched and make it appear that the Laetoli prints were made by Lucy's kind.